Okay, good morning. Nice to see so many people here. Unlike Alan, I don't recognise anybody because I'm pretty new to the University of Strathclyde and the department there. I come from a slightly different background. But like Fanula, did I get that right, or is it you?
You've got the right accent.
Fanula, yeah. Like Fanula, I'm interested in having kind of a two-way discussion today. So I've kind of come with the intention of telling you a little bit about our department, what we do generally, kind of the options and things that we have available, and trying to figure out what it is that you need and what you want and what we offer at the moment, because I don't think what we offer in terms of delivery mechanisms really match maybe some of the things that you're looking for. We're certainly not as well developed as they are in Dundee for some of these things, but we're very keen to engage with people and find out what it is they really want and how we can deliver and get people to come onto our courses. So I'll tell you a little bit about our department first. So we're the only combined computer and information science department in Scotland. Until recently, I think we were the only one in the UK. That gives us a slightly different perspective on some of the things that we teach and some of the modules that we offer in comparison with the other universities. And I think it's great from what I've seen so far that everyone seems to have slightly different perspectives, and there's different offerings that probably will match with what different people want and different people need. Within the department, we have a number of internationally renowned research groups and academics, in particular in information science, with a focus on things like information retrieval in particular. We've got some really good researchers in that area. We were 15th in the UK and 4th in Scotland in the Guardian's University Guides. Maybe not quite as good as Dundee, but we'll catch them next year. Next year's our year. And within the department, we've 35 academics. We have a number of postdocs. There's becoming more of a focus on knowledge exchange, and I'm going to talk a little bit about knowledge exchange and CPD within the department. So we've recently appointed 2 fellows whose responsibility is just for knowledge exchange. So one of them, Billy, his job is to liaise with companies, figure out what they want, what sort of offerings we can offer. Callum is focusing, he's an expert in freedom of information, so again, he's creating some resources that we can offer online, some training, working directly with companies, organizations on FOI specifically. In the department, we've 400 undergraduate and postgraduate students, so typically our master's cohort that we have every year is around 100 students, spread across 3 different offerings we have at the moment. So today I'm going to talk about our information management course. We also have a library and information studies. We have an advanced computer science that may not be as applicable. And starting in September next year, we're going to have a digital health master's, and we're going to have a data science master's. And that's offered with us, the maths and stats department and the business department as well. So there may be some interest in some of the modules there. And we do a lot of engagement with companies more on the research side of things. So we have a lot of companies that we work with where we do KTP. We go and we work with them on research projects. We also have some partnership agreements for our master's program. So we have an official agreement with Glasgow Life where a lot of our library students go and are embedded with them. And there are other organisations that we're keen to create these formal arrangements with where we can embed students or people can come and take some of our courses. So we're very open to that. So as a university, the motto of the university is a place of useful learning, so there is this focus on knowledge exchange that maybe in the department we've not been so good on the CPD side, but we're keen to improve. So there are lots of joint research opportunities. We are open to people approaching us about CPD offerings, about any of the modules that we offer. There is a possibility of offering them as bespoke one-off trainings, making them available online. And a bit like Fanula, the more evidence that I can get for this, the more likely it is to happen. And some of that is because us minions can't get the university to do things, and some of the minions aren't keen to do some things. But in general, if there is an appetite to do something, we're more than willing to do it if there's enough of an audience out there for us to be able to do it. There's also opportunities for anybody here from any organisation to take some of our students on placement, to work on projects, whether they're master's projects, undergraduate projects. I've experienced doing that quite successfully recently with North Lanarkshire Council, for example. We do some stuff with Glasgow Life, so there are lots of opportunities where if maybe you don't have resource or money to try something out, we can get a student to get some evidence for you, build a case, or maybe make something or try something out so that you get some insight into that. In terms of the structure of the department for research groups, we've got lots and lots of expertise. Probably for this audience, most of the interest will be at the top. So we have a software development research group. We have Mobiquitous, who I'm a member of, which is more on human-computer interaction, so how people use technologies, engage with technologies. The iLab research group, which is the information science research group, which I'm also a member of. which focuses more on information behavior, information seeking. So there's theoretical stuff there. I'm more on the information retrieval side, so more on the technical aspects. And then we have the digital health and wellness group. Again, I'm also a member of that group, who's a relatively new group, and they're developing the materials for the new digital health masters that we are going to be offering from September. We already this year have acquired funding from one of the Scottish Innovation Centres for a number of MPhil students. So we have 10 students already working with the digital health and wellness group, and a lot of those are embedded in are working with other organisations, so they're already providing some value there. That's sort of a low-cost way of getting some knowledge exchange with the university. So we have a number of different routes for knowledge exchange, one of which is CPD. So they all have different time scales, they all have different levels of engagement and requirements from you, or from the university as well, but they all provide different types of benefits. So there's the student projects that I already mentioned. We can have knowledge transfer partnerships, so that would be where the university would get funding to hire somebody who would be embedded within a company or an organisation. And one way that that can help with CPD is the expertise that person has from the university, they can pass it along within the organisation, and that's a low-cost way for a relatively low-cost way for a company to get a new employee that can work with us. So there's lots of routes and courses, but CPD and training is really what I was asked to talk about today. Like I said, all of our modules, most of them aren't available online. We have some that are available online. But if there's an appetite for anything that we offer, there's funds available within the university. There are opportunities to make things available. We're also willing to talk about different modes and ways of accessing some of the materials that we have. So currently, for example, it would be sort of at the discretion of a lecturer if you could sit down in a course, and we wouldn't do it formally. So maybe that might not be what you want. But if there's an appetite to do things like that, then we can look into ways and means of achieving that, so that it's good for you and it's good for us, and everybody's happy. So I'll talk specifically about the MSc PG Dip in Information Management that we offer. Just to give an example of one of the courses, there are some modules that overlap with our library and information studies, and I can tell you a little bit about those. Maybe a little bit about some of the new modules that we're going to offer. Like Fanula, I've also brought some materials specifically about the module to give you a little bit more details, business cards. So please come take them off me, I'll leave them around the place, come and talk to me, tell me what you think is good, what's not good, and what you'd like to see more of. So because we're in a slightly different position in terms of where the department is positioned in comparison to the two previous speakers, we've got a slightly different aim for the course. So we want to create managers who can operate at the interface between business and ICT. And for this module, we've got no prerequisite undergraduate qualifications, so anybody can take it. We're assuming a common level across all students. So we have students from humanities backgrounds, engineering, computer science, sciences. The idea being you've already got a skill set, and we're going to enhance that in some ways so that you can go and work in different industries and apply those skill sets. It's a professionally accredited postgraduate qualification, and lots of our graduates go and work more in the business side of things. So we have lots of people I'm just thinking in recent years, students have gone to work for Barclay Wealth, for Nissan, for the Ministry of Defence, World Bank of Scotland, Think Analytics, and this is in a wide variety of roles. So in business analysis, some data analytics, lots and lots of different things. But if you're already in a job, maybe it's not so interesting, or unless you want to change careers. Our modules, so the library and information science and the information management module are both accredited by the Chartered Institute of Library and Information Professionals. Our information management course is accredited by the Chartered Management Institute, and we're in the process of applying for accreditation from the British Computer Science Society. So triple accredited courses. So we've got all of these professional bodies that have an overview on the content that we're delivering to ensure quality. In addition to that, the content that we deliver in the courses, we have an industrial advisory board that convenes twice a year to give us feedback on the modules that we offer and what types of things they're looking for in graduates, etc. In terms of curriculum, so I'll just talk a little bit about these are the modules that we offer at the moment. Again, if there was an appetite or as an industry or society you saw things going in a particular direction, we're interested to get that input so we can offer the most up-to-date things possible. We've recently reorganized the course, so these modules are brand new this year, changed from previous years. and they're maybe going to change slightly again next year. But you can see more of the technical side of things, the computer science side of things coming through in some of the modules like information systems architecture, information retrieval, with more of a focus on the technical side of things. But that allows, one thing I forgot to mention, we do also, and it's just reminding me of this, run some one-off bespoke events that are open to professionals and other people to attend. So recently, for example, we ran an event at UC, which is an open source platform for developing information retrieval systems. It uses the basis for Soda for Elasticsearch. So you have people from the development companies come, and then practitioners from Bloomberg, for example, who use this to implement some search systems real time, come and give some offerings. We have funding available for that, so people are able to come for free. So these sorts of things that are open and available. If there was an interest, again, I can send along details, and we offer these types of events so that people can attend. We also offer some, so the data analytics module, again, we're coming a little bit more from the computer science perspective. That may change next year. We're going to offer some more cloud-based technologies, database and web systems development. We also have some modules that are run by the business school for us, so project management is run for the business school. Our business analysis is run by ourselves, but in conjunction with our own information services, so anybody that takes that gets a hands-on experience, which again may not be so applicable here. The projects and placements, so placements is something new that we're offering this year. And it's an opportunity again for you as an organisation to maybe get access to some of our students who work in your organisation and perhaps pass along some knowledge there. So we have 5 students who are looking for placements this year. If you've got a problem that you I can't get anybody to work on that, or I can't get any resource for it, then I'm sure our students are more than happy to talk to you about maybe becoming a placement. Projects, if you don't want to pay somebody to go on placement over the summer, project might be a way of doing that. So last year, for example, we had students who worked with Glasgow Life, Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, and other organisations on projects to build some small things for them, or to do a little bit of research and produce a report, or whatever it was that needed to be done. But typically projects is a wide range of topics because the students come from a lot of backgrounds that they can work on. So we've got some machine learning type stuff that they're doing here, some more analysis of searching on mobile devices, some things where they work with libraries, some things where they work with security. So again, being the computer science department, because some of the students have a background in security, that's a CPD offering we can give, where we can embed a student who will do a little bit of work for you in that particular area. So there's lots and lots of opportunities. And like I said, I'm keen to have more of a two-way discussion today, that maybe you say, well, that's all rubbish, we don't want that, we want something else, or actually I'm really interested, so that would be great. So that's it, the University of Strathclyde, and I look forward to speaking to all of you during the rest of the day.